Hi there, it's Alex, Ukrainian civilian. Today it's time for another video. I'm not planning to add any footages or recordings of my volunteering activity because it would look like the same I already did. So today I'm planning to talk about the current situation in Ukraine. I'd like to discuss what's happening with front activities. I'd like to tell you more about donation, how it works, whom you're donating to, where this money goes, and I hope it would help you to understand what's happening with the supply of the Ukrainian army. So let me start from personal updates. I'm alive. I'm fine. My wife is fine. My mother-in-law is fine, and even our cats are fine. We continue to volunteer. Front activities move closer to our city, so it's quite loud because you can hear how our artilleries, reactive artilleries, anti-aircraft systems work. However, it doesn't help me to avoid good, healthy sleep because I'm a bit tired every evening. And everything seems fine. I'm not planning to evacuate from my city even if Russian troops enter it because there would be a lot of elders, a lot of sick people who need help. So that's all about myself. Let's discuss Ukraine. This is the updated map from Nathan Ruser. I use it because, again, I'd like to emphasize that Russian troops do not acquire the territory completely. There are a lot of hidden ways to reach surrounded cities like Kharkiv, Sumy, Chernigiv, or Mykolaiv. We have the real problem with Mariupol because it's surrounded, it's bombed, and it's an issue. I had I have argued with some commentators on 9gag regarding the situation, how we are losing this war, and they said that Russia Russia hasn't started the real war, so they're not bombing cities, and my answer was quite simple. They already bomb cities. They already shoot with reactive artillery. Right now, Mariupol, the city on the southeast of Ukraine, is just in the situation when Russians want to clear it with ground. And there is one simple detail about the Russian-Ukrainian war. Despite the fact that Russian propaganda tells the air is completely under the control of Russia, every day, every single day, from 3 to 10 planes are hit by Ukrainian army. We still haven't received any serious AA systems. We haven't received planes from United States and Poland, and we still use own resources. But, however, we can hit down their pilots. We captured them. There was a conference with Russian pilots some time ago, and I have to disappoint those people. Russia doesn't have control over the Ukrainian air, and they won't have it because more and more Stingers are transported, supplied to Ukrainian army, and more planes would be hit down. We'll see it in some time. So basically, as you can see, these worms show that more and more Russian troops are surrounding Kiev. From my open source intelligence sources, because I am a famous college warrior, I can see that our army plans to spread this huge 65 kilometers column of Russian troops in order to destroy them. So if I'm wrong, in a week you will see announcements of huge Russian victory. If not, you'll see what happens with our troops. So the situation in this war will dramatically change in a week. What else? Everything else is quite similar to previous periods. In smaller cities, in villages, Russians continue to lose columns, supply columns. Ukrainian army continues to work quietly. It's still cold here, and I don't think Russian soldiers feel themselves very good. So, there are a couple of things I'd like to emphasize. First of all, I'd like to thank you to our Polish brothers and all other European countries that accept our refugees. It's very important for us because in cities near to front activities, it is very important to have only such battle hamsters, like I call myself and my wife, and to avoid any panic, any civilian losses, etc. So thank you guys. Thank you for accepting our refugees. As you can see, most of them are women, children, because even our men are sitting in safe regions in the western Ukraine. Our army still mobilized them to study how to use rifles, how to fight, etc. So everyone that can works in accordance with one common goal to win this war. The second thing is very important to highlight. It's the Ukrainian Foreign Legion. This 40,000 people that joined us in this tough time are appreciated, and I think to thank everyone from them if I don't know them personally. And the last thing I'd like to emphasize that our territorial defense is completely formed and about 130,000 people joined it, and we continue to supply it in order to create a really powerful fist to kick some Russian balls. Let's go to the donation. So, I already mentioned in my 9gag posts in previous videos, there are a couple of endpoints that you may use to donate and support Ukrainians. The first one is the state Ukrainian Army bank account. The next one is the state humanitarian fund bank account. Also, there are a couple of volunteering options that you might not be acknowledged about previously. So there are huge volunteering groups like Come Back Alive or Sergei Pritula. There are individual small Ukrainian military volunteers and local Ukrainian civil volunteers. So like me and my wife. Ukrainian Army. Despite the fact that a lot of Western countries supply us with defense weapons, something we need. There is still something we need to purchase, and money that Ukrainian people and foreign people and companies are donating are used to purchases. Our Ministry of Defense promises to share some surprises with Russians, so we are looking forward to seeing it. If we talk about non-military activity, there are a lot of refugees, a lot of people that have no more job or no savings, and this money are used to purchase food, medicines, to take care of socially unprotected people like elders or people without jobs. Both these volunteer endpoints are verified. You don't need to ask about them. You can immediately donate if you want. If you talk about huge Ukrainian volunteering groups, first of all, it should be verified. Talking about Sergei Pritula or Come Back Alive, those volunteering groups are verified, and I recommend to send money there if you want to help with a specific direction, a specific area of volunteering. Those people purchase huge parties of military equipment. Thermal imagers, Kevlar vests, cars, drones, etc. It costs a lot and it cannot be purchased simply by one person. So, for example, Sergei Pritula operates a fund about $5 million to purchase particular orders from army, groups from territorial defense troops in order to supply them and make them as much effective as possible. Individual military volunteers. those people, and quite I faced it about a few days ago. I helped to collect about $800 to join the order for 500 of Kevlar vests. And basically, those people work with international orders that are not so big. Because basically, every single company wants to work with huge orders, while there are a lot of requests for small parties. And basically, those volunteers are revised by community, friends, and verification is mandatory. So basically, those people, you can donate to those people only if you know them personally. We want to avoid any scam, any possible scam. And for example, I avoided myself this collected money, $800, in order to join the huge order of Kevlar vests. The last volunteering area is local civilians like like our neighbors. So basically, we collect money inside of our community. We purchase food, medicines, household supplies, etc., some clothes, in order to help our territorial defense or local army troops with basic needs. Yes, my next video would be related to our brave women that cook food for our soldiers, so they work a lot in order to help, in order to feed our soldiers with warm food. It helps them to stay healthy, to stay motivated, and they see the real care from regular people. So this activity is revised by donors. I do not recommend to send money directly to some local volunteers because verification again is mandatory. And basically we have enough money to do this. So that's all about donation. Feel free to leave your comments, to ask how to donate. If you want to do this, again, I'm not demanding this. And I'd be glad to answer any questions in any case. And if you have any topics you want to discuss, or you want to have a Q&A session with me in order to find out more, I'd be glad to schedule it. Again, you just need to ask. So that's all for today. I'm planning to continue my volunteering activity. I'm not sure regarding my future because I personally almost lost my job. My salary is dramatically decreased. So in a month or so, I plan to find maybe some part-time job as a delivery or project manager. And I again want to emphasize one important thing. After the first successes of Ukrainian army, right now we understand it will take time. And I still believe we will crush the Russian army. It will take time, it will take blood, it will take tears, but we will do this because Ukraine stands together. And Ukrainians stand together. Therefore, I encourage you to believe in us. I encourage you to help by inviting Ukrainian refugees. We will try our best to behave properly, and I will definitely ensure you today and in the future that we will not disappoint you. Ukraine will become a decent member of European Union, and I'm sure that you will be proud of our victory too, because you help us a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for following me. I will try to create more content. If you have any ideas, just share with me. I don't have much time for mounting, but I'm trying to share real insights from our country. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.